Published 0527 EDT, the 26th of August 2017. Updated 0527 EDT, the 26th of August 2017. Mandy Blumenthal, 52, pointed the finger at Jeremy Corbyn for giving oxygen to Jew haters by failing to punish racist outbursts. A Jewish businesswoman whose father was Lord Mayor of Birmingham is leaving Britain, blaming anti-Semitism in politics and the failure of the authorities to enforce the law. Mandy Blumenthal, 52, pointed the finger at Jeremy Corbyn for giving oxygen to Jew haters by failing to punish racist outbursts from his supporters. And she claimed anti-Semitic hate crime was being swept under the carpet because the Crown Prosecution Service (EPS) was not taking enough offenders through the courts. Ms. Blumenthal is searching for property in Israel, and plans to leave within the next few years, but would emigrate within weeks if Mr. Corbyn became Prime Minister. She said this is despite feeling extremely British, with her father making history as the only commoner ever to be included on an official stamp alongside the Queen. "I come from such a British family. My father was also a major in the army, and ran a POW camp during the war, while my mother was a magistrate," she told Mile Online. "We were very much brought up knowing that you have to give back to society, be proud to be British, and realize what a fantastic place this was to live in." Ms. Blumenthal says she has always felt extremely British, with her father, Harold Blumenthal, serving as Lord Mayor of Birmingham, left in a picture from 198,889, and her mother, Vivian, acting as a magistrate. They are pictured, right, on their wedding day in 1956. Harold Blumenthal made history in 1991 by becoming the only commoner to be included on an official stamp alongside the Queen in a photo taken 2 years before. His inclusion on the stamp, made for the Queen's 65th birthday, went on the front page of the New York Times. Mr. Blumenthal called it a great honor, while the stamp's designer exclaimed, "How unfortunate, but now hatred against Jews has become legitimized in the political sphere and more Jews are getting attacked. I just don't see a future the way things stand. I'm not the sort of person who is alarmist. I just get on with life, love partying and going out. I've just heard and seen too much." Her comments came as a survey by YouGov for the Campaign Against Anti-Semitism found a third of British Jews have considered leaving the UK. The self-selecting sample of more than 2,000 people found just 59% felt welcome in the country. Many were concerned about attitudes within Labour, with 83% believing the party is too tolerant of anti-Semitism among its MPs, members and supporters. This compared with 19% for the Conservatives and 36% for the Liberal Democrats. Ms. Blumenthal, pictured in November 2014, is searching for property in Israel, and plans to leave within the next few years, but would emigrate within weeks if Mr. Corbyn became Prime Minister. Ms. Blumenthal, seen in April 2013, mentioned a survey which found that 83% of British Jews believe the Labour Party is too tolerant of anti-Semitism among its MPs, members and supporters. Pictured right in 198,889. Harold and Vivian Blumenthal. The Labour Party has long been plagued by accusations of anti-Semitism, which critics say Jeremy Corbyn has done little to deal with. Here are some of the main events from the height of the scandal last year. April 27, 2016. Naz Shah is suspended after calling on Israel to relocate to America. Jeremy Corbyn was attacked for initially refusing to suspend her from the party. Whip. April 28. Ken Livingstone defended Ms. Shah on BBC London Radio. He claimed Adolf Hitler supported Zionism before he went mad and ended up killing 6 million Jews. He was suspended an hour later. June 30. Labour MP Ruth Smith leaves the launch of the Labour Party inquiry into anti-Semitism in tears after being verbally abused. Mr. Corbyn is criticised for failing to intervene. August. Jeremy Corbyn nominates Shami Chakrabarti for a peerage, just 2 months after she published Labour's inquiry into anti-Semitism, condemned as a whitewash by Jewish groups. Ms. Blumenthal blamed Mr. Corbyn for the shocking figure, saying he had allowed senior figures such as Ken Livingstone and Naz Shah to get away with hateful comments. Last year, campaigners called on the former London mayor to be expelled from the party after he claimed Hitler was a Zionist, but he was suspended instead. That came after Mrs. Shah, MP for Bradford West, was forced to apologize for posting on Facebook that a solution for the Israel-Palestine conflict was to relocate Israel to the U.S. Ms. Blumenthal, who lives in London, said, "I'm not saying Corbyn is an anti-Semite, but he gives so much ammunition to everybody who is. Jew hate has entered the political mainstream. A lot of people say Corbyn means well. Personally, I don't think so. He's called Hamas and Hezbollah his friends organizations that want the annihilation of Jews." A Labour spokesman said the Labour Party campaigns against anti-Semitism and condemns all anti-Semitic abuse. That is why Jeremy Corbyn set up the Chakrabarti inquiry into anti-Semitism. Ms. Blumenthal said her parents, Harold and Vivian, pictured at an unknown date, had always taught her about the importance of giving back to her country. Ms. Blumenthal, pictured as a baby at an unknown date, said, "I'm not the sort of person who is alarmist. I just get on with life, love partying and going out." Ms. Blumenthal, who is a director of a property company, also voiced her fears about the rise in reports of anti-Semitic hate crime, which has surged 45% since 2014. This is despite the CAA survey finding the British public are rejecting prejudice, with a decline since a previous poll in 2015. According to the poll, 65% of British Jews think the government does not do enough to protect them, while 52% think the Crown Prosecution Service could do more. Sizable minorities thought the police 41% and the courts 47% could do more, while only 39% of British Jews felt confident that anti-Semitic hate crime would be prosecuted. Ms. Blumenthal said the attacks are happening more often and many are being pushed under the carpet because of our police and court system. They are being told that they shouldn't go to the media because it will interfere with the judicial process, and then the courts drop it. I don't want to wait until it happens to me. Ms. Blumenthal blamed Mr. Corbyn for the shocking figure, saying he had allowed senior figures such as Ken Livingstone's pictured at a Labour disciplinary hearing in April 2017, and Naz Shah, seen right in Bradford, 2015, to get away with hateful comments. The property business owner, from London, hit out at Mr. Corbyn pictured at a Blackpool community centre in August 2017 for calling Hamas and Hezbollah his friends. Left a man chased Jewish pedestrians while brandishing a meat cleaver down a street in North London, shouting, "You Jews, run away from here before I kill you." Right, an autistic schoolgirl who was pelted with eggs. There has been a 45% surge in anti-Semitic crime since 2014. Only 59% of British Jews feel welcome in the UK. For the past 2 years, 37% of British Jews have been concealing their Judaism in public. The CA claims that the CPS has yet to prosecute more than 24 anti-Semitic crimes per year. 52% of British Jews said that the CPS is not doing enough to fight anti-Semitism. Just 39% of British Jews felt confident that anti-Semitic hate crime would be prosecuted. 76% of British Jews feel that recent political events have resulted in increased hostility towards Jews. For 2 years, more than 4 in 5 British Jews have considered the Labour Party to be harbouring anti-Semites in its ranks. In 2015, 45% of British people held at least one anti-Semitic view, but that fell to 40% in 2016 and to 36% in 2017.